let's talk about the top banking stocks that you've requested via social media for our stocks by request. Check this out. Hey guys, so I just landed here in Doha just a few hours ago. I'm a bit jet lagged, but that's how it is when it's a 8 or 9 hour travel, plus the time difference, plus the delay that we had from our plane, hence the jet lag. But that doesn't matter, we still have stocks by request, and I'm excited though. Tonight's gonna be our first session here up until I think I'll be here until Sunday for our Stock Smart session. So if you did not know that we have Stock Smarts here, I hope that you can join us still. It will be in Holiday Inn, close to the old airport road area. So I'll try to put the link below or comment below if you want to know more about it, and I hope you see this before the event will start. So now I've got a lot of talks, or I got a lot of questions from all of you guys asking me about banking stocks, especially that since the market dropped, the majority of the stocks that got battered were mostly banking stocks, because true enough, people were speculating already or going ahead already of the movement in the interest rate. Please remember this, changes and movements in the interest rate also will affect banking stocks. So as I go through the stocks that you've requested, the banking stocks that you've requested, you will see majority of them have hit certain movements downward, thus causing it to accelerate in its movement. So now the move now will be either which stocks are oversold, which among those banking stocks also have started to at least bounce from certain support levels, and for those that have bounced already, what are the resistance areas, so that if you own the stock, should you actually take profits if you are a quick trader. Then we'll see if there's certain stocks already that have actually started to reverse. If there's none and you are a position trader, again, our goal, if you are a position trader, our goal is for you to come in when it's starting to reverse. If it hasn't reversed yet, then your goal is not to come in yet. So let's take this one by one. BPI, Bank of the Philippine Islands, the stock was down today. Why was it down? Because it hit a red candle, it hit a resistance level. So now let me show you the chart. Looking at the chart over here, you see the red candle right over there. The red candle is what's pushing the stock with the greater amounts of selling. You have a resistance up around 85, around 84 levels, which is what's preventing the stock from going up. Please remember this. There's already a change in direction from MACD. However, the change in direction is not strong enough yet to make it at least reverse. What we do know is that it's consolidating from 79 to 84 levels. I repeat, you have BPI consolidating from 79 to 84 levels as of this point in time. If it breaks out of the 84 level, it will probably try to attack 85, then 91, and the strongest resistance for the stock is at 95 pesos per share. But from a position trading standpoint, the stock is pretty much still bearish as of this point in time. So now if you're a quick trader, respect the notion that there's a resistance at 84. So you're a quick trader, it does not anymore go above that. Sell, take profits. It could retrace back to 79 because of that. And please remember, it's been doing that already since September. So it's a very, very thin range. Buy as close as you can to 79, sell as close as you can to 84. Breakout from 84 could bring it to 87, 89, and the next possible resistance is at 95. Reversal is still at 100 pesos. Medyo malayo pa for BPI. Next stock, let's look at Metro Bank. Metro Bank also, in a similar fashion, it also has been battered down. It's also similar to BPI, starting to consolidate at a certain level, but it has not reversed yet. Now let's look at the charts. Now here's how the chart would look like. MACD is also similar. Look at this. In a similar fashion, MACD is also still bearish. There's no cross for reversal yet. The range for Metro Bank is at 64, and the resistance is at 70. You have a short-term resistance somewhere around the 67 peso level. So try to analyze this. For those who bought as close as you can to 64, your first resistance is at 67. Failure to break out of the 67 level, you can already take profits. I repeat, if you are a quick trader, those who bought from the 64 level bounce and it fails to break out of 67, it's already there, guys. 2 days na siya nandyan, fails to break out of that, you may take profits, but a breakout from the 67 level will also bring it away from the downtrend, that we've seen, and it will further confirm the consolidation pattern that we're having. But also a breakout from the 67 level will bring the stock to 70 pesos per share. I repeat, as of this point in time, no, it still really hasn't reversed yet, and it's still a great way off for position traders to come in. Again, the play right now is for people who are buying the bounce because of the stock being at oversold level. So you look at the patterns. BPI and Metro Bank have all dropped and have started to consolidate. Now, we've talked about two of the stocks in the big three banks. Now, let's talk about the biggest one. What's happening? How's it going? And what's the possible movement for the stock? BDO is also bearish, guys. I repeat, BDO from a position trading standpoint, from a trend standpoint, it's still pretty much bearish. Nothing has changed in terms of how it's moving from a trend perspective, but it has also started to somehow, some way consolidate, and the range is from 110. Let me show this to you. The range is from 110 over here. Support is at 110. It went up from that level, and the resistance is now at 125. So for those who bought it from oversold levels, and for those who bought it because of the change in direction of MACD, your target price is at 125 pesos per share. Again, this is a play only for quick traders. This is not a play for position traders yet. So I repeat, this is a play for quick traders. Target price is at 125. If BDO fails to break out of 125 and you are a quick trader, by all means sell, by all means take profits. It's not wrong to take profits from that point in time. So buy it. If it goes down again, buy as close as you can to 110. Quick trader does not hold 110, cut loss, sell. But if it bounces from 110, set your sights at 124, 125 pesos per share. Breaks out from that, it can challenge the 134 level as of this point in time. So next, we've talked about the big three. Now let's talk about the not second liners, but the relatively smaller banks that are really emerging and growing. And for me, in my opinion, they're pretty good, but also similar to the big three, they've been pretty much battered as well. Alright, so first stock is East West Bank. East West Bank hit also a support of 11.4. If you look at the narrative, they're almost the same. Everything is almost the same. Stocks that have dropped, aside from it dropping, look at it, it hits a level of support, and then it's starting to consolidate. So for East West Bank, the play is buy at 11.4. If you look at it also, it's still bearish. Look at the RSI, it's still oversold. RSI is oversold. There's actually no cross yet. MACD is still bearish. The only thing that you have for this is at 11.4. It's at the support. So why am I saying this? You are a quick trader, buy at 11.4. The stock fails to hold 11.4. What do? You sell, you cut loss. But if it bounces from 11.4 and holds 11.4, your target price is 12.5. Fails to break out from 12.5, you take profits, you sell. But if it breaks out from 12.5, the next target price is at 13.2. Breaks out from 13.2, the next target price is at 14 pesos per share for the short term. So interesting. A lot of interesting stuff happening to our banking stocks. So that's East West Bank. Now let's talk about Union Bank and Security Bank. Comment below, guys, if you have any of these stocks and if any of you are positioned as well. No. So what's interesting about this also, about the travels and about investing and trading in the stock market, is you get to do it anywhere you want to be. So even if I was traveling yesterday, I was monitoring my stocks before the plane took off, and when I got back, I checked my stocks again. So today, when I woke up, I was able to at least get the 1:30 portion, the afternoon portion of the market. Even though Qatar has a 5-hour difference, it does not limit me from investing and trading in the market. So that's what's nice about it, that because of technical analysis, I still get to trade and I still get to win and crush it in the market. Now, Union Bank, similar to BPI, BDO, SM Prime, East West Bank, large movement downward. Now it's hitting a level of support. What is that level of support? Again, this is still not for position trading, but the level of support that we have for Union Bank is this. You have a support at 66.3 pesos per share for Union Bank, and you have a resistance up around 76.5. So the range is quite big, guys. If you look at the range, it's a bit big. So buy as close as you can to 66.4. Target price is at 76.4 pesos per share, 76.5 pesos per share for the short term. Again, this is a play for quick traders, not for position traders, because the market is still relatively bearish. It's still oversold. MACD is also still bearish, below zero. So again, stock stays above 66.4, buy. Does not hold 66.4, sell or avoid cut loss if you own it. and set your target price to 66.5 pesos per share for the short term. So that's it. Similar to a lot of the stocks we've mentioned, the narrative hasn't changed yet. A lot of them are still bearish. Nothing much has changed but them just hitting support levels and starting to consolidate. So that's the narrative. Drop, consolidate. Some are bouncing, some are still at those support levels. Next, we've talked about Union Bank. Let's talk about Security Bank naman. Security Bank, on the other hand, hit the support already and is now starting to bounce. Let's just see now where's the target price, where should you sell, and how should you actually trade it. Now for Security Bank, their support is very specific at 132.4 pesos per share. So very clear yung bounce. Ang galing. Hit 132, 133 a few days ago, then it started to bounce. Then it broke past another moving average. So why am I saying this? The narrative now is this: those who bought at 132, 133, target prices at 171 pesos per share. Fails to break out of 171, by all means take profits, by all means sell, by all means win it and crush it. Breakout from 171 will bring the stock to 195. So I repeat, because of the bounce from 133, your target price is 171. Failure to break out of 171 will trigger a take profit. If it breaks out from 171, adjust your target price to 195 pesos per share. So I don't know if you guys have any of these stocks, no, but I got a lot over the past days. So I'm also accepting votes now also via LinkedIn. So if you guys have owned any of those stocks, I hope this is giving you, I guess, a good reference point already on how to win in the markets as well. Next stock, let's talk about PNB. PNB, similar to all the stocks that I've mentioned, is also bearish from a position trading standpoint. So you don't have a buy signal yet for position traders. The only thing going for it is it started now to hit a support level, and it's also started to be relatively oversold. So looking at the charts here, you will see this. The stock started to bounce already from a certain level, but from that bounce you'll see that it's a bit oversold still. MACD from a trend standpoint is still bearish, so the bounce will bring it to around 43 pesos per share. So I repeat, the bounce will bring PNB to 43 pesos per share. If you own the stock around 43, it's not bad anymore to take profits for the stock already. If it fails to break out of 43, you expect that it can go back to the 40 peso level. Breakout from 43 will bring the stock to around 45 to 46 levels for the short term. So that's it for PNB. Again, the theme is pretty much the same for all of the banking stocks. And please remember this, BDO, BPI, and Metrobank have a large stake also in the index. Not as big as SM or Ali, but a large chunk also. So when they start moving up, it will also help and carry the index up as well. Last stock, China Bank. China Bank, by the way, is also pretty much heavily connected to the Cs. Same thing, same narrative. Bearish, no buy signal for position traders yet. Stock is down, but it has started to consolidate. The support level for China Bank is around 28 pesos per share. But if you look at it also, you will see this. Pretty much, the stock is still bearish from MACD. It bounced from 28. Next resistance level, in my perspective, for this, if you're looking at this from a very quick standpoint, is around 29 or around 30 pesos. So the bounce from this level, target price is 30. Breakout from this, it could possibly bring it to around 32, 33 pesos per share. If it breaks past 33, you could possibly expect it to reverse for the short mid term perspective for the stock. And if it does that, you are a position trader, you can now start to come in. So that's it. Majority of the stocks are still bearish. No reversal is in sight. It's just that a lot of them went down and have started to consolidate already. If you're a quick trader, you could trade those consolidations, buy at support, sell at resistance. So that's it for now. I'm still here in Qatar. 1 week here for Stock Smarts. When I get back, I'll be in Cebu. I hope to see you guys in Cebu as well. After Cebu, Taiwan. After Taiwan, we're doing Davao. Davao again. Davao, if you're from Davao, comment below. I want to see you. I want to do the stocks, but I want to do Stock Smarts there. Then after that, we're gonna hit Dubai. Then after Dubai, we're gonna hit Manila, then Singapore. Then that's it for the year. Ang bilis, no? The year's almost done. So I don't know how your portfolios are, but for those who are losing, use this time to adjust. Use this time to learn more. Use this time that your narratives are changing, because if you think the market will go up forever, it doesn't work that way. It's times like this where you grow your craft. It's times like this where you grow your skill. It's times like this where you use what you know to be able to win. It's times like this where you build and define who you want to be in the future. So that's it for now. I hope videos like this encourage you, help you, push you to actually win. That you can win in the stock market. The stock market is not about a sprint, but it's a marathon. It's a game of patience, and it's a game of those who know what they're doing and can act accordingly will win. And I hope that you win, because it's time for more Filipinos to win. It's time for more Filipinos to be financially free. And I hope that it's not just me, but we see an army of people winning, being financially free, because when you're financially free, I believe you can make a difference in the lives of a lot of people. So this is Marvin Kermo from Doha, Qatar. I hope this video helps you. Trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon. Bye-bye.